These 8 steps keep you dancing your dance. Not
I
what's
love
on Instagram, not what someone else is doing, but your dance. And it
that's the part.
empowers you to learn to love your dance, to love what you have in your rhythm, in your counts, in your step, to learn to love your vision and be okay and be confident in it.
Everybody that comes on real quick, I have them tell me, besides just your name, who are you? And what is one thing that you love about yourself?
Wow, that's so beautiful. Who am I? I'm definitely a child of the King, and a creation only God could do. So I'm very grateful. I'm faithful. I'm faith.
Mm.
I am perseverance, and I am a dedication to the dream. I am walking energy of inspiration and transformative power.
Ooh.
I am love, I guess. And what do I love about myself? I love that I am a warrior, most importantly.
Ooh. When did you first know you were a warrior, Laurieann?
I think when I was in New York, obviously I got on a Greyhound bus, and
I was in a budget truck. I drove myself.
exactly. And I ended up in New York, and I was sleeping on the floor, and I had to find a job, and all those adversities, like you say. And I realized as I went on that I never gave up, no matter how many doors closed. And then I understood that was a warrior spirit. And then I began to understand that I would war for my clients. Like when you first started out with obviously Danity Kane or Nikki or Gogs, I understood that I would war for the vision. And so, yeah, and now I'm warring for my book and for everyone else,
Because it doesn't
Dance Your
stop.
Dance, to get the knowledge, the testimony that giving up is really not an option. And that through certain situations, I was able to receive the revelation of a new narrative, which is, if I can speak to your dream, I can speak to your circumstance. And these 8 steps will not only unleash your passion, but unleash the confidence that you need to understand that who you are is enough. And the vision you have will manifest itself if you just hang on. And so it keeps you in that mindset. These 8 steps keep you dancing your dance. Not what's on Instagram, not what someone else is doing, but your dance. And it empowers you to learn to love your dance, to love what you have in your rhythm, in your counts, in your step, to learn to love your vision and be okay and be confident in it.
We did get to see you living your dreams during watching the Making the Band, watching these reality shows, and I was endeared to you immediately. I've never, first of all, I've never really seen them show choreographers in the same sense that they showed you, and how you motivated, and how you, just your style of pulling the best out of people. I loved it. I was like, who is this lady? So can you talk about that? Because it's one thing to live your dreams and to push yourself and to motivate yourself. How do you feel? How do you do that and also do it for others?
Well, the joy is doing it for others. I think that is my gift. That is my dance, right? Is the ability to not see what's there. It's the ability to see what's not there. That's why I'm a creative visionary. So when I meet someone and I see their talent and I hear their dream, and I hear their records, I instantly get the vision. I see it. And then I begin to chip away at what it's going to take to get us to that ultimate vision. And I honestly know that is a part of my gift. That's what separates me, is the ability to pull out the authenticity, to identify with that person, their why, to put them in a space where they undeniably understand, like you, how gorgeous, how shining bright, how much of a inspiration, and how powerful you are to create this platform and be this empowered being, this gorgeous Black woman of vitality and so much energy. Listen, I love you so much. It's incredible what you're doing and who you are. And you must own that. And you must never compare yourself. And you must never compare your experience. So
Right.
these are the methods that I put into this book that I learned through every superstar, through every challenge, through every door that closed. God was able to give me revelation that if he gave you this dream, it is true. It is who you are, and it must come to pass as long as you don't give up. And so
Right.
dance your dance is like breadcrumbs.
To help us
Picking
find
them
our
up,
way. Yeah.
honey. If you feeling that fear, go to, chapter 3, train and sustain. Go to chapter 4. Find your team. Go to these chapters that will give you clarity when you're facing a fearful moment.
I love it. This book is giving Laurieann Gibson. It's giving you. Well, your dance.
Yeah.
Obviously, dance is your life's blood, right? When did you first know that you had talent as a dancer? Like, when did you first hit something you were like, wait a minute, man?
Wow. I think it happens along the way, you know. I know that I was gifted by God to dance because I came out very young telling my mother I wanted to dance. I wanted to perform. And much of us have these type of conversations where when we're young, the passion for something is innate. And so obviously when I won my first dance competition, or I was at Jack Lemmon Dance Studios and I was tap dancing and I was full out, and the feeling of it gave me an alignment that I couldn't not do it.
Right.
And then obviously at ALE, and then obviously when I started to choreograph, I think it's just recently that I was like, oh wow, okay, I might be good. Yeah.
Recently,
Yeah.
Laurieann Gibson.
Yeah.
There's no way in this world.
Well, because, when I talk to people and I talk about their greatness and I talk about the capacity in the book, some people might have the capacity to stop as just someone's choreographer or to stop at a certain place. For me, I have the capacity to do more. So the idea that I should just stay here and recognize something, it wasn't time. Because now when I put my gift to any young artist or any movie or any stage show, I am, listen, like fire. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
the
I'm
same
so
feeling.
clear about my greatness. Yes. That
Well, I
no
think
room,
that
no man, no situation can deny me the confidence that I have in what I am capable of doing once I unleash it.
right. I think that that's really dope and beautiful for you to admit that, because you have amassed a beautiful career.
Girl.
that has really allowed us to see so many different sides of you too. So that's so crazy that you say that.
Just now I'm like, what?
Ann.
Well, it's not because I was in it. Some people are different. You have to establish, what it is you want and who you are. And I teach you that in the book. And once I established that I wanted to be respected, that I wanted to have a collaboration with my artists, with the industry, with the relationship in the world, that I wanted to really be able to say, I walk the walk, I talk the talk. My journey began when I decided that I wanted to be greatness in my gift. So I couldn't very early on be like, ooh, because it was just producing more and pulling out of me more ability. And so it's different for everyone.
It is.
Right?
Because a lot of your career would have been confirmation for a lot of people. A lot of the things that you've been able to do, to me, are confirmation. But you're saying, I had to do it I had to find that for me. I had to confirm it for me.
Yeah, and because what is your dream? What is your purpose? When, you have more to do, right? Meaning I have a scripted television that I show. I have a new dance show. I have a passion to reach people through the dance, through building superstars, to say, hey, look, You are your own superstar right where you
Mm.
are. And if we speak to each other with this type of confidence, what would we produce? What would we help each other accomplish by saying, I know what it looks like on Instagram. I know what the stats look like, but that does not define what's in you.
Mm.
It doesn't. So
Mm.
don't look there. Stay on course.
Dance your
Dance your
dance.
dance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Girl, I
Yeah.
know. Also a life coach.
Well, you know, my
Have you
artist will
thought
say
about
that. My artist will say that, but I'm very much creative, visionary. So I speak in a way where I activate what I believe. What I wrote is what I live. And
it? Mm-hmm.
sometimes I go back and I say, oh, I'm feeling fear. Why? Oh, because it's sending me in another direction. It's accessing
Stretching
my
you.
faith.
Yeah.
It's telling me by faith, turn right. So, you know, I live it.
Mm-hmm. I love it. Well, it's obvious that because this is called Dance Your Dance, this is a practice for you. This is something that you choose to do and you have done to dance your own dance all this time. Can you tell us about a time where you actively chose to dance your dance? Like all the stuff is happening, you're doing amazing, you're getting the things. When did
Yeah,
you
I
have to sit
think
down
when
and
I mean, and
choose?
there's been many times, and when you read the book, these type of lessons are supported by stories and insight. And I also feel a little bit like, oh my God, they're gonna know so much about me
Right.
because it is. I'm like gagging a little bit. But when I had, you know, when it got to the point of conflict with Gaga, and I was unable to work from an extremely truthful place, um, you know, I had to dance my own dance. People were like, why? You're not working
Yep.
with the number one artist. I was like, yeah, I built it. Oh, I had to dance my own dance. I was curled up at home in a ball, you know,
Mm.
fighting because it looked as if I was failing. But I had to dance my own dance because I have so much love for her and everything. But at the time, the business was getting in the way of our authentic process. And I
Right.
have a chapter called Yes Agains. You know, you surround yourself with a team that can support you at every level. And at that particular time, I don't feel that we were getting the support we needed to remain authentic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so I had to dance my dance. I could not be a yes again. I couldn't be in the room saying, oh, yes, that's amazing. I couldn't because I was being authentic to what we had built. And so that's an example when I had to really dance my own dance and dance. When I tell you dance,
Girl, you had to dig in for that one. You had to dig all the way in for that one.
all
I
the
mean,
way in.
how does one, because not everyone lives out loud in the way that you do. And I'm attracted to words like the word you have unleash is in your book title, unleashing. And to me, that sounds like you. It sounds like I live out loud. I put it out there. I surrender. How do you get to that point, Laurieann? And then how do you keep choosing to come from a place of like unleashed?
It's a powerful question that you're asking, sis. And it's it's just like it's steps, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's precept upon precept. It's daring to dream. That's why the first title is Dare, because there is a daring
Honestly.
to
Yeah.
believe in something that hasn't manifested by faith, right? That really exists. I'm a faith walker.
Me too, girl. Me
Right,
too.
right. And the power of experiencing the rewards of that is what I share. So it's one step at a time, and I take you through that. You wake up, you make that call. Oh, you're afraid to make that call to that agent? You make it. You're a business entrepreneur, you have a vision, you
Mm-hmm.
write it down. You take the first step. And that's going to unleash a feeling in you. And then you hang on to that feeling and you keep going. Then you take another step. And now it's
That's
not
so
only
good.
unleashed the feeling, it's unleashed someone in position to recognize your gift, recognize your first little diagram. I wrote the Monster Ball, designed the stage on a napkin.
Ooh.
And sent it to Roy, the lighting director. But I wasn't afraid to not have like a 3D rendering. And I was like, stick people. So every day you wake up, you choose to serve your dream. And the dream has the fulfillment of everything you want. The dream is what you want to live. It encompasses peace, joy, love, great relation, everything. So you take a step, and every step opens up an understanding and a confidence that will begin to produce the narrative, the way you speak, the way you move, the way you react.
Yeah, how you show up.
Yeah, exactly. How you're experienced. Dance Your Dance teaches you how you are experienced and how to understand how you're experiencing, how others are experiencing you.
Yeah, that's a powerful question to ask oneself when you're doing this self-improvement work, going to therapy. Like, how are people experiencing you? That question will slap you in the face.
Yes, and you know what? When you're dancing your dance, we're all in alignment because we're uniquely crafted, individually created to dance our own dance. Each rhythm. When I did Gaga, I didn't do her like Danity Kane. When I work with Nikki, I didn't do Nikki like Gaga. I don't do Puffy like it. You're uniquely designed to masterfully experience yourself with everything being perfectly aligned to your desire and your purpose.
Exactly.
You don't have to go outside.
Nope.
You have to pull it out. You have to
That's
become.
so good.
Yeah.
That's so good. And I hope and pray that more people know that in this life, like, we are uniquely designed to be ourselves. I've interviewed so many people, and one of the things that Oprah says that I hold on to is a very similar message. We are here to master being ourselves.
That's right. And becoming.
Literally.
And becoming.
And
dance your own dance. Right. And so because, you know, it's creative methodology, it's unlocking the creative mind, it's changing the way we talk about it, meaning talk to each other with that much power. You're my superstar. You're my, you're my hit maker. Then now we're normalizing the uniqueness instead of saying sing like this person, make another Beyonce, do another this,
or
go and look like that girl, make another Nikki. I'm like, no, dig down and find out what is unique about you. And it's not that you can't do it. It's not that you can't rap too and you can't get to number one too. No, it's that they have created this narrative where you must be like somebody else in order to be number one. And that is insane to me. Oh, and that's so one thing about my receipts that I'm proud of, is that every person or superstar that I have been connected with has literally gotten to number one based on their unique.
Based on them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't like to, I call it, you might Google for inspiration, but I don't like to reproduce. Inspiration is different than literally reproducing something.
Right. Oh, I love it. Well, before you leave us, Laurieann Gibson, in the spirit of your amazing book, I can't wait I'm about to pre-order as soon as I get off. Because this is exactly what I've been tapping into, especially in this pandemic. And it is speaking to my whole soul, sis. Like, this is that energy. This is
because
exactly
if I could tell you, as your artist development, as your creative director right now, you are shining so bright. It's almost effortless for you. And now you struggle with it being that effortless. Do not own it. It's effortless because you're dancing your dance. So now don't be confused by the rocks that you've got. Don't be confused by the effortless flow of your greatness. Say yes to it so that it can continue to
Girl.
manifest and evolve itself. You know what I mean? You have capacity for more. So you've got to say yes to what you're doing now, and that capacity will open up.
Amen.
Yes. Thank you for having me. I love you. I'm going to see you when we can judge.
Oh my gosh. I love you so much, Laurieann. And congratulations, y'all. Pre-order Dance Your Dance.
That's right.
Love you, Laurieann.
Love you, sis. Bye, everybody.
Bye.